Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this look here, which is a super glowy, bronzy, sheeny kind of look using the Manizer sisters from Thebalm.
Hi guys,
Where
it's
is
a
the actual
video and I'm
picture? That was like the
voiceovering
little
it.
sleeve. This palette has 3 shades in it, which are very popular. The 3 Manizer sister shades, Cindy Lou, Mary Lou, and Betty Lou. And I used all these 3 shades to do eyes, lips, and face. So if you'd like to see how I did this look, then please keep on watching. Now, I know what you might be thinking, Emily, isn't that the t-shirt you wore yesterday? Yeah, it is. Hi, Brandy. Oh, my dog just perfectly came in. You can sit on my bed if you want. Oh, she wants a pat. Yeah, I wore this t-shirt yesterday, but I've literally gone nowhere except to bed. So, I just woke up and wore the same shirt. Sue me. Brandy, I don't want you to be making a lot of noise in my video. Okay, I'm going to give her attention first and I'll come back to you guys. I'm sorry. She is my first priority. If you saw this cute little furry face, she'd be your first priority too. Anyway, as I was saying, I gave her a good pat and she was cute and fluffy and furry. Brandy wakes up really early in the morning and then she wants to go out, she wants breakfast. She's very needy at about 6 a.m. and then she goes back to bed and sleeps for the rest of the day. It's kind of hilarious. By the way, the face product that I'm just applying right now is from Laura Mercier and it is one of my favorites at the moment. I've been using it in heaps of my videos recently because, I don't know, I want to use it up while it's good, of course. With powder products, I'm not in a hurry most of the time to use them up just because I don't really find that powder products expire as much. But when it comes to liquid products such as the Liquid Foundation, such as this one, well, this is a tinted moisturizer, but you get the vibes, or lip products, I feel like liquid lipsticks and lip glosses, they can kind of go gunky and go off after a period of time. So I try and work through liquid products faster and get one liquid product, use it up, and then get a new one. So yeah, this is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. It gives a really beautiful finish to the skin. I haven't applied primer underneath at first, but you could if you wanted to. I just haven't, but it'd probably extend the life of it. But I just want a little something, and a tinted moisturizer just gives a little bit of coverage. My skin's pretty well behaved at the moment, lucky me, and so I don't really have any acne or anything. This just kind of evens out the skin tone and gives a really beautiful glowy finish. Look at that. I just love the finish. This looks so nice on the skin. I'm obsessed with it. I do go in with a bit of concealer just around the nose and under eyes just because that is my preference. I do like a little bit of, I don't know, a little extra coverage in this kind of an area. I'm not getting a huge amount of product on the little doe foot applicator just because this is kind of getting used up. There isn't a ton of product left in here because I have been working through it for a while, but it does give me the little something extra coverage that I'm looking for. It's not a ton. It's not I've just gone for a full beat, but it gives me a little something, especially under the eyes and around the nose. That's where I feel I get any darkness or redness. Not big pimple kind of problems at the moment, more just a little discoloration. Also, if you can hear my tummy grumbling, I feel my tummy's been so loud recently. And I just ate 2 bread rolls. So, I don't know. It's either in my videos, I'm hungry and I haven't made myself dinner yet. And I'm sorry guys, you can hear my tummy rumbling because I'm hungry. Or today's the opposite. Sorry guys, you can hear my tummy because I'm digesting a ridiculous amount of bread rolls. Oh, I have to tell you about bread rolls. They're my favorite. The ones that you can get from Woolies are better. The ones at Woolies are better than the ones at Coles because the ones at Coles are not made in France the way the ones that are made at Woolies are. The ones from Woolies are made in France. How fancy. Anyway, this whole face is going to be using the Manizer sisters. So I'm going to be using the Mary Luminizer, the Cindy Luminizer, and the Betty Luminizer. It's a 3-piece little trio set that's really cute. I think I got this from ASOS ages ago, but you can also buy these as separate, separate compacts. I just got the little trio set, and those are what the shades look like. There's also a cute little mirror in there. I should probably use that little mirror. Cute one. Anyway, I'm going to go in with the shade Betty Luminizer as a bronzer. I don't usually do this, but we're going for a really glowy look today. It's going to be a full face of highlight, but in a good way. I do think it's a fun highlight as well. If I'm in a tan mode, it's really nice, but I am going to use it as a bronzer today, as a really shimmery bronzer. And you know what? It's not the worst bronzer. Like, it's not like it's too much. I do have a little bit of bronzer left over on this brush from the bronzer I was using yesterday, though. This brush, by the way, is the Hula brush from Benefit. But anyway, as I was saying about bread rolls, the little dinner rolls from Woolworths are superb. I'm obsessed with them. I've been eating them all through lockdown, and just perfect when you cook them and then you cut them open, put a bit of butter on the inside, and it's just delicious. They come in white bread, multi-grain, and brown bread. I think those are all the options, and I just think they taste divine. I'm obsessed with them. If you haven't tried them before, what are you doing? Go get them for yourself and treat yourself, because it's my favorite snack. It's so easy. It's just like straight up carbs, just bread, just yum. I'm really into those. Anyway, I'm taking this down the neck as well. I haven't blended over there, so don't worry about that yet. But yeah, I'm just gonna like bronze up the face with this. I actually really like this brush for bronzer because I feel like it diffuses the bronze really well, and like it's easy to blend with. I really like this little trio as well because it means I'm able to get all the shades that I want to try or like have from the Manizer Sisters kind of line from the balm without having to commit to a full size of each product, because I did pan an entire full size of the Mary Lou before, previously, the highlight shade. And like, it was good and all, but like, I wanted to have it in my collection without the commitment again of having to go through another full-size product. And these are a lot more realistic for me to work through because, you know, I want to try new things, but sometimes I still want to have, lots of variety in my collection. And I don't want to always have like full size of everything. So I like minis. This is a bit bronze for me. Don't worry, I can just go in with my foundation brush and like tone that down a little bit later. But I do love a bronzed forehead. It just gives me summer vibes, so I'm gonna go for it. I'm not afraid of looking overly bronzed. I will be doing more colourful makeup looks coming soon. I feel like I've been doing some more like natural ones this week, but I've just been in a natural mood, particularly because my skin's been quite good. I haven't been feeling like putting on a full coverage kind of foundation. I've been really just feeling like wearing this at the moment. My forehead's a little bit too much for me. I know, too much bronze for me. Is it even possible? Yeah, it is a little bit. Like right now, it is. So I'm just gonna get my foundation brush and like blend that out. You know what? If it looks bad, who really cares? Who's looking? It's just you and me. Don't tell anyone that I had bad bronzer on my forehead today. Anyway, something else I wanted to talk about is, guys, I think I'm gonna like slow down on replying to people, especially on Instagram DMs. People message me the most ridiculous things. I'm gonna tell you about some of the messages I've received recently. One of the messages I received recently was someone told me that they wanted to kidnap me. Like, they literally told me that in an Instagram message. I was so shocked. They told me they wanted to kidnap me in a burlap sack. I know. And then they told me that they wanted to, and then they sent me like a meme that says you can't run away. What? So yeah, I'm just gonna be like, please understand if I don't reply to you on Instagram. It's because I cannot filter the amount of messages I get that are absolutely bizarre, and I'm not going to be responding to people. Because they send me things like that. If you want to comment on my videos or comment on my pictures, like, that's fine, you can go for it. But yeah, that's why I will probably not be responding to further DMs. Like, if you have a question, you can ask me in the comments if it's like relevant and appropriate. But like, I really am just not going to be responding to people in DMs as much anymore because they're inappropriate and bizarre and scary, and I'm not here for it. Okay, I'm going to go in with some blush now, and the blush I'm going to use is from the palette. This is the full face of this palette, and I'm going to be using the Cindy Luminizer. Now, you could also use this as a highlight. I kind of like to use it as a blush topper a lot of the time, but I will be using it as just a straight up blush today because that's the vibe we're going for. I'm using this brush from Nude by Nature called a powder brush, but I do have a little bit of leftover Kylie Cosmetics blush on this brush as well, so that might add to the colour. So if you feel like this is a little bit pinker than it usually would be, it's just because there's a little bit excess left on the brush. But I do think this is nice as like a natural highlight as well. Like, just the pinky blush by itself. Like, that is like a blush plus highlight in one. And you don't have to wear highlight on top of that. I will, but if you left it at that, that's really pretty and like gives a glow to the skin, gives a like really natural sheen, a little bit of a flush. Great for a lighter skin tone. Like, if you had a lighter skin tone than me, I feel like this would be particularly pretty on you. It doesn't show up as strongly on me because it's a little bit light on my skin tone, but if you are a lighter skin tone than me, I think this would be a really, really pretty blush for you. I do like this as I mentioned as a blush topper though, because it adds a little sheen, a little something to an existing blush. I'm going to go in with some highlight now with the Mary Lou, just on my little contour brush here. And as you can see, the Mary Lou, it is a lot more shimmery, I want to say, than the other two. I don't know, it just has like, because it is that lighter shade, it just pops a little bit more on the cheek and adds a little something something. I'm really into it. So I'm just going to do that obviously on both sides. I'll probably take this on the forehead as well because I love that like highlighted C shape there. I'm just into a heavy glow. You know, when I first started wearing highlight, I used to pack it on so much that it looked like powder on my, like flour on my face. Like it just looked bad. And I was into it. You know what? It probably looked ridiculous, but I loved the way it looked. Anyway, I feel like I have something in my eye. Do I? Like maybe like an eyelash has fallen into my eye. Oh well, it's my eyelashes problem. I'm just gonna go down the sides of my nose, not really contouring, more just like giving a little bit of bronziness to the nose. I feel like it can look a little bit odd if you bronze your entire face and then you don't put anything on your nose, because it's like your nose is like pale in the middle of your face, if that makes sense. And I feel like it looks more balanced if I also give my nose a bit of a bronze. I like to like kind of sweep a bit of bronzer over everywhere as well. I don't know, I like the vibes. So I'm just going to go over everything with a little bit of, you know, vibes. Let's go with some eye stuff, I reckon. What brush will I use? Look at me considering for a second. Let's use this brush. This is an angled brush from Real Techniques. Obviously, most of my brushes are Real Techniques. I'm going to be grabbing that Betty Luminizer shade and just sweeping that through the crease. This is such an easy shade for an eyeshadow. This is probably like my favorite out of this palette for eyeshadow in particular, because it has a great warmth to it. I really like a warm toned like a bronze, and it's quite pigmented considering that it's a face product. So it's really nice to build up, and I think it looks like a really nice tone on the eyes. Sometimes even when I'm not wearing this whole palette like I'm doing right now, this kind of format, I do like wearing just the Betty Luminizer as an eyeshadow because I feel like it's really pretty, and obviously this formula is stunning. There's a bit of fallout on my nose. Let me just sweep that away. I might want to clean that up actually. If you want to clean up, you can always just go back in with the foundation brush that you used earlier. That's what I do anyway. Good enough. But yeah, it just adds a little warmth to the eyes. It's a nice shimmery, sheeny shade. Very natural, very easy. You can just fluff it around and like, even just leaving it at that, you could be good to go. I will go in on like the detailed areas of the face like a little bit extra. So I'm going to grab, what's this brush called? Like a smudging brush? It's called a shading brush from Real Techniques. Looks like this. And I'm just going to take Mary Lou down the center of the nose. I'm going to also take it on the mobile lid and into the inner corner. I just love creating this shape on the eyes. It's like my go-to. Every like different product I use, I usually do like a similar kind of style eye like shape, because this is the most flattering for my eye shape. You know, it's what works for me. I do like to try new things obviously, but yeah, this is just like, I feel like it works best. If I make a harsh line on my brow bone, I usually like to go in with like the actual brush first to like place down product. And then I either go in with my finger or I just have the brush next to me, so I'll do that and just blend that together. It's actually really pretty, even though you'd think this looks like too much because it's like a full face of just highlight. I don't know, I just feel so like shimmery and like extra. I really like it. I do want to add a little bit more pink to the eyes though. Let's grab that little, I used this brush earlier, it's the angled one. I'm going to go in with the Cindy Luminizer. Bit of fallout there. And I'm just going to buff that through just to give a little bit of pinkness. You know, tying that blush shade. I feel like it's a very pretty shade as well. I'm not sure if that's going to come up on camera, but I think it looks really pretty. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to go off camera for a sec and just do my liner, my lashes, and my brows. Just because you know how to do your liner and your lashes and your brows. It's pretty stock standard. And I'll come back and we'll do the lips together. Actually, I thought I would show you what it looks like when I fill in my upper lash line. So once I've done my wing, this is like the completed look. I've done the wing, but I haven't filled it in with like a kohl liner. And I like to fill it in because I just feel like it like darkens up that like gap there between the lashes and the wing. You can also, sorry, I can literally hear my tummy grumbling. Maybe you can't, and me mentioning it is like irrelevant to you, but I can hear it. Oh, a lash fell out. Wait, one of my lashes fell out and it fell onto my liner. I'm gonna make a wish. You can make a wish with me if you want. His lash we're wishing on together. Okay, I made my wish. Now I've blown it away. It's going to go make my wish come true. But But yeah, I just kind of trace my upper lash line with the Kohl Smudgy Gel Linery one. And that's it. And it fills it in for me. You can also do that with the actual like eyeliner pen, but I do find it's like a little bit creamier to use this, and I hope that it lasts longer. I just feel like it's easier to use this than like going in with the eyeliner pen. I don't know, it just works out. It gives like a smudgy like smokiness down there. Sometimes a little bit transfers like underneath onto the lower lash line, and I wipe it a little bit, but I kind of like it. It kind of is like I've lined it perfectly without making it a proper line. Maybe let's just like gently, like, see how it's like, if you just trace it without like actually drawing on it, it just deposits the perfectly tiniest amount of little pigment down there. I don't know, I'm into it. I'll do my mascara with you guys because, you know, I have stuff to chat about. We have time today. I wanted to, oh yeah, responding to people in Instagram DMs. Yeah, so that's why I'm not going to do that as much. It's not because I don't like you guys or I'm like trying to be rude or distant. Like, I'm very much here all the time, so don't you worry about that. It's just more because people are very bizarre. And they're not asking like relevant questions all the time as well. It's not like they're being like, oh, Emily, I saw you use this product, or like asking thoughts about something that I've talked about. It's always like inappropriate things. I'll talk about OnlyFans as well. A lot of these people in my Instagram DMs are asking for OnlyFans, and it's really annoying because like, what made you think I would want to do that? Like, nothing I've said or mentioned has anything to do with OnlyFans. I think it's bizarre. I have nothing against people that do OnlyFans. I think good for you if you want to do it. I'm like not gonna judge. Like, it's your life. You do what works for you. It's not for me. I wouldn't do OnlyFans just because it's not my vibe. But I've got nothing against people that do OnlyFans. But I won't be doing OnlyFans. I'm a makeup channel. It's very different. I'm sure there's makeup on OnlyFans, but I'm not going to upload my makeup tutorials to OnlyFans just because I'm happy to share them here on YouTube for free. If you would like to see, I think the people that message me for OnlyFans content are looking for a different kind of content from me than my makeup videos. I honestly cannot provide you with that kind of content. And if you would like that kind of content, there are people out there that make that kind of content, and I think you should go support them instead because I'm sitting here putting mascara on my eyelashes. You know, it's a different vibe. I think these people are probably just creeps a lot of the time. But you know, there are other people that do OnlyFans. Why don't you go support them instead of constantly messaging some random makeup account asking me for OnlyFans? I just think it's bizarre. There we go. That's my mascara done. By the way, the mascara I used was the Essence Lash Princess. Oh, I forgot to do my brow gel as well. I guess I'll do that with you guys as well. I thought I'd already done it, but I'd forgotten. I'm really into this brow gel at the moment. I kind of wasn't into brow gel for a very long time, and then I started using brow gel, and then I can't go back now. I just feel like it does so much for my brows, especially since my brows are very like fluffy and overgrown. Like, I don't trim my brows. I haven't plucked my brows in probably like a year. And so I feel like the brow gel kind of does a lot for them. It keeps them in place, and I just feel a little bit more secure in my brows when I'm wearing brow gel. So I'm into the brow gel at the moment. This one is the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel, and I like it. It's affordable. It does the job. It's not bulletproof of a brow gel. Like, it's not like a very stiff brow gel. It's more of a flexible brow gel while still having hold, if that makes sense. So that's what my brows look like when I've popped in the gel. I feel like the front of this brow is a little... I feel like it looks a little circular at the front. I don't know. I'm not so into that. Is there a way I can fix that? Where's my... Here we go. This is the brow pencil I use, by the way. It's the ColourPop Brow Boss as well. I just really like because it's a retractable and thin tip. I feel like I can get a more precise application. If I feel like the end of my brow is looking too like bally at the front, so it looks like a ball and a tail, I just draw a line to thicken the tail of the brow so that it matches more with the front of the brow, and it just kind of evens out the whole thing. Because I can't minimize the front of my brow too much more, otherwise it'll not look as proportionate to the other side and to the actual hairs that I have existing there. I think that looks a little bit more like a straight line rather than a ball and a tail. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do for my brows. Let's go into lips. I actually have a plan of what I'm going to do for lips today. I have a vision. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop on some lip balm. This is just some Burt's Bees Hydrating Lip Balm with coconut and pear. The white lid, if you're wondering. That's how I identify the Burt's Bees lip balms from a glance. Just like look at which color lid I'm reaching for. And then I'm going to kind of, hopefully, contour my lips lightly using the shades from this palette. So I'm going to go in first with the Betty Luminizer. And I'm just going to take this on the outer corners of the lip, because that's where I'd like it to be the darkest. You know, I want to make a dimension there. I want it to look like smaller there and larger here, if that makes sense. That's how I'm trying to contour my lips anyway. So I'm just going to pat that on. And it's kind of going to be like a, I don't know if you can tell yet, but it's more of a metallic lip because, you know, these are highlight shades, and laid over a lip balm like that, they are going to be a bit more metallic. Then I'm going to take that pinky shade called Cindy Lou and take that all over the center of the lip. And see how that brownie shade from the bronze has given a little bit more like shape to the lip and kind of sculpted it. I'm really happy with the way that's coming out. And then I'll take a little bit of Cindy Lou, not Cindy Lou, what's this one called? Mary Lou, the lightest one, and just take that in the very center just to create that ultimate dimension there. I'm also going to take that a little bit on the Cupid's bow. It's kind of more of a metallic lip, which I know is like a little bit dated now. I feel like people aren't really into metallic lips as much anymore, but you know what? It's kind of fun. I'm like smushing my lips together so that the powder kind of mixes with the lip balm that we use to kind of create more of like a, I don't know, like a little DIY lipstick moment. I don't know. I feel very glowy in the center of the face. I kind of feel like the blush came in a little too far. Just to counteract that, I'm going to just dab down the front here with the foundation brush that we used earlier. Just because I don't want to be too glowy at the front and center here. And I might take a little bit, should I take a little bit of powder? Yeah, let's do that. I'm just going to use the powder puff that I have in here. It's like a random Gucci powder puff that I have in this Innisfree. It's not Innisfree actually, it's called Nuve. It's a compact that I bought in Taiwan for like, it says 160 yuan on the back, so really affordable. A lot of students in Taiwan use this, and it's just a little mattifying kind of pore removing, not pore removing, but like defining kind of blurring setting powder. A lot of the time it's quite humid in Taiwan, and so like in that tropical climate you can be sweaty, and I feel like this is so good when I'm in Taiwan because it really like, I don't know, it just blots you down and makes you look flawless, and it's very affordable. So yeah, this is like a student fave. Apparently in Taiwan it's really like popular. I don't know if it really is, but that is the completed face. Thank you for joining me on this adventure today. I hope you enjoyed this face and the way it came out. I feel like the nose looks a little weird there. Let's blend that. If you liked it, please give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. I upload very frequently. I think that's all the things I have to say. If you'd like to find me in other places, you can find me on Instagram. Twitter, I don't use that much, but I did get it recently, and I'm hoping I'll get more into that soon. I do use Tumblr a fair bit, even though I'm not that good at it. I use Pinterest a lot, and that's all the places I can think of at the moment. And I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Peace. Before I go, here's a little close-up of how the look came out. I know it's kind of odd on the lips, but I'm actually really into it. I feel like it gave a fun shape on like texture and dimension. I'm into the sculpted, like contoured lip a lot at the moment. I think you could do a really cool look using this similar technique with just like a normal lipstick with like a bit of highlight on top, or using lip liners. I think that looks really good as well. Anyway, that's all I have to say. See ya! Also, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see more of from me next time. Bye!